In the darkest place on earth, where death was certain and hope was forbidden, two people fell in love. This is a story that should never have happened, but it did. Auschwitz, 1944, the Nazi death camp, gas chambers running day and night, bodies burned by the thousands, a place designed to destroy humanity, to erase love, hope, everything that makes us human. But in the shadows, between the barracks, two prisoners found each other, David and Tisvi. A secret romance, stolen glances, whispered words, love notes hidden in bread rations. If the guards found out, they would both die. But they loved anyway. This is the story the Nazis tried to kill, but couldn't. David Wisnia, a Polish Jew, 17 years old, a singer before the war, now prisoner number 83,526. He sang for the guards, entertained them, it kept him alive, barely. Helen Spitzer, a Polish political prisoner, older, hardened by the camp. A capo, a prisoner who supervised other prisoners. She had power, privileges, food, but she was still a prisoner, still waiting to die. They met in the laundry room. David was sorting clothes. Helen walked in. Their eyes met. In any other place, it would be a normal moment. But in Auschwitz, a moment like that could mean death. But something sparked. In the midst of horror, humanity found a way. They started meeting in secret, after midnight, in hidden corners of the camp, behind the barracks, in storage rooms. Helen would smuggle David extra food, a piece of bread, an apple, things that could keep him alive one more day. David would sing to her, quietly, songs from before the war, reminding them both that they were still human. They wrote notes, hidden in clothing, passed through trusted prisoners, words of love written in a place where love was forbidden. One note said, "If we die tomorrow, at least we loved today." But they knew the truth. This couldn't last. Every day in Auschwitz was borrowed time. The guards suspected something. Prisoners whispered. Helen's position was in danger. And then, in 1945, the Nazis began evacuating the camp. The Soviet army was closing in January 1945. The death marches began, prisoners forced to walk through freezing winter. Those who fell were shot. David and Helen were separated. Different groups, different directions. Their last moment together was in chaos. Thousands of prisoners being herded like cattle, guards screaming, dogs barking. Helen grabbed David's hand, squeezed it, and whispered, "Survive, no matter what, survive." Then she was gone. David walked for days, starving, frozen, watching prisoners die around him, but he kept Helen's words in his mind. Survive. He made it. Liberation came in May 1945. David was freed, weighed 80 pounds, barely alive, but Helen, he never saw her again. He searched for years, asked survivors, checked lists, wrote letters, nothing. Helen Spitzer disappeared, like millions of others, into the smoke. David Wisnia lived to be 94 years old. He married, had children, built a life in America. But he never forgot Helen. He told his family about her, about the woman who saved him, who loved him in the darkest place on earth. In 2019, just months before he died, David finally told his story publicly. He wanted the world to know that even in Auschwitz, love existed. That even when the Nazis tried to destroy everything human, they couldn't kill love. Helen's fate remains unknown. She's one of the millions whose stories ended in silence. But for a brief moment in hell, two people loved each other. And that love kept them human. In the darkest moments, love is the only thing that can't be taken away. Remember their story. And if this touched your heart, subscribe. Because even in history's darkest chapters, humanity finds a way to survive.